Welcome back to Deer Valley Homestead with me, Andy, and this week we have a special guest. Beata is back from sea, so she'll be around as well. This week I'm mostly going to be talking about homesteading and why we do it, and while we do that we'll be moving the broilers and looking at these pheasants and guinea fowl that hatched out as well. Oh, this is my favourite one. We currently keep 10 species of animals, and in total I would guess at the moment we have somewhere around 175 to 200 animals, depending on how many animals hatch in this video and since then as well. If you want to see more about some of those, there will be a link to another video where I cover all the different species at the end of this video. You're stuck. Okay, there you go. Some beautiful baby pheasants, and we've got ourselves some beautiful guinea fowl. We do a little bit of everything here. We raise animals for food and we grow a lot of fruits and vegetables as well. On the animal side of it, we have chickens for the eggs and the meat, pheasants for the meat, geese and rabbits also for the meat,
Landers.
and then we keep ducks and
Leave
rhea,
my camera alone,
which really are just for enjoyment,
Right,
although we
Lymeria.
will sell off a couple of ducks
What's
towards the end of the season.
These are mine.
With regards to plants, fruits and vegetables,
eating,
we
okay?
grow a lot of tomatoes, garlic, onions, zucchini, peas and salad. And with the fruits,
Landers,
strawberries, blueberries,
Rhea, leave the
blackberries,
camera.
grapes,
please.
and more apples, pears, cherries and plums than we know what to do
I
with.
already scratched one of these.
Of course, the grapes have the handy side effect of being very good in wine, and if you want to see us doing that, we released a video on that last year.
Hey, go away.
If I could offer any advice to someone who is just starting with the animals, it would be start small and you will just naturally grow. And with the fruits and vegetables, it would be to plant 10 of your favourite things in the first year and just see what grows well and then focus in on those things. If you try to grow everything that you want to eat, you will find it very overwhelming, and you will find there are a lot of things that just don't grow well where you are. For us, one example would be potatoes. It's one of our favourite foods, but they just don't grow well here. There is a potato beetle that comes out in force, and the first year we tried to grow potatoes, we were spending around an hour every day picking these beetles off the leaves, and I think at the end of the year we ended up with about 5 kilos of potatoes. Now, we could spray off those beetles, but that's just not our style. So now we just don't grow potatoes and we buy them from a local farmer instead. We also discovered that tomatoes, onions and garlic grow really well in our soil. And with the tomatoes, it's very easy and not too much work to grow enough for the whole year. We dar them, put some into pizza sauce, we put some into ketchup, and we do some sun-dried ones as well. The tomatoes grow so well here that currently in the garden I have now classified tomato starts as a weed. We have the 40 plants that we've grown and bought, which are growing up the trellises, but around the lettuce, onions and other areas there must be at least 100 to 200 tomato plants that just overwintered with their seeds underground, and as it's come into summer they have all popped up and are growing incredibly well, but there's just that many of them that I'm just weeding them out with the rest of the weeds. 5. So not so good for the pheasants because there was also 20 eggs. Alright guys, be good. I'm going to bring you some food shortly, okay? If you're wondering how much it all costs, I have made a video that breaks it down by animal, and I do that every December. However, for the purposes of this video, we spend roughly €1,000 a year on animals and on animal food, and we sell roughly €1,000 worth of eggs and other products throughout the year. Like most places, it is quite difficult to sell anything you produce at home, and you do have to be quite careful to follow the regulations. Of course, for us being on YouTube, it's not an option to break any laws and then post it online. That would just be silly. So we stick very tightly to the guidelines, and we could make a lot more money if we chose to follow those guidelines. But for us, that's not what it's about. For us, it's about the fresh produce for ourselves. I will break down the cost of the broilers that are here on the screen at the moment being moved, just for your curiosity. We bought 40 broilers for €1 each. We currently have 37 that have made it to 4 weeks old. And I expect them to eat 8 bags of 25 kilos food by the time that they reach slaughter age or butcher age. In total, that will have cost us €168, which comes out around €3.50 per chicken. I can still buy chickens cheaper in the supermarket, so it's not really about the cost, but it is about what's in the chicken. And for us, one of the key drivers behind homesteading is that we know what's going into our food. And when you start to cook chicken that you've raised yourself, there's none of that white gloop that comes out that you so often get from the supermarket, from the pork and the chicken. Horrible stuff.
Hey!
I often appear to be quite frustrated with his rear on camera.
All the other stuff you could play with.
But I will say, they are both
of you now.
absolutely lovely. They have great personalities, and they're just curious about anything you do. But if you leave anything anywhere near them, they will come, they will inspect it, they will try to eat it, and if they can't eat it, they will generally carry it off down the garden and leave it somewhere else, which can, on occasion, be a little bit frustrating. On top of that, they absolutely love the camera. Anything with something shiny on it, they want to play with it, they want to put it in their mouths, and they want to carry it away.
Gamora. 25.
I have 3 main passions in life. That is to say, sailing, tools, and animals. And homesteading really hits the spot on 2 of those, and of course, we can save the sailing for the holidays. I suspect that if I was not around, Beata would probably keep just a few less animals. However, she does love them all the same. With Beate being home from sea, she's currently busy checking on the bees, and we've just done our first honey harvest of the year, which is a very exciting time for us. We absolutely love the honey that we produce. I look after the bees when bees are away. However, it's just not my main skill set. I've spent a lot of time researching and trying to learn it, but sometimes you just find something that you're not that good at. So any of the important stuff that requires a bit more knowledge and a bit more skill generally gets saved for Bee when she gets home. These broilers are now 4 weeks old, so they have about 2 to 3 weeks to run, and they are nicely on their target weight. If you ask me why we do homesteading at all, I would have to say that there were 3 main reasons. Number 1, for the food. I would guess that this year we will produce somewhere between 20 and 25% of all of our own food. Of course, a lot of people chase that dream of being completely self-sufficient, but there are just far too many nice things in life that we cannot grow in our garden to try that. Secondly, for the enjoyment. As I mentioned before, I love tools and I love animals, so this just fits really well with the things that I enjoy in life. And thirdly, I would say it's a bit of a quest for knowledge. It's one thing to read a book and learn something, but then to be able to go and do it as well, and then work on that knowledge and improve each year, or at least hopefully improve each year, is a very fun pursuit. As always, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and if you really enjoyed it, share, and we will be back next week with another offering for your enjoyment. Keep safe, and we'll catch you then.